Oh boy, we went through this last month, the month before that, and chances are you're not, even though you think you're pregnant every month.
Yeah, but what if I am? I mean, it could happen, and this time we've been taking chances. I think I really am. I mean, I feel it. I think I'm pregnant.
You said yourself, at our age, we have 30% odds.
Oh, and I already drank 2 glasses of wine. It's already ruined.
I don't even know if I can get you pregnant. For all I know, old glue is coming out of me.
I've been drinking all week. It's no good.
Well, don't worry. Let's make a baby.
Jared, wait. Let me think about it. I'm tired. Let's try next month. I need a break. I have to decide. I can't just wait.
But you told me the doctor said start now. You know me, I'm a bull, and once I get started, I don't stop. I'm on a mission.
Yeah, but, we should make the film first, and I want to do a show this year, and I'm turning 40, and, if we wait till December, we can have a Virgo, so I need a few more months.
For what? We've been talking about this for 5 years. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Wait, stop. Okay, I'm ovulating. This time, you could really make me pregnant. This time, I'm not kidding. This time, I could really get pregnant.
So what?
I feel so flocked out tonight. I don't know why, but I do. Blame it on the moon sparking my plume. Look at me, I'm a geranium in bloom. Did someone say peanut butter chocolate? Oh, there's always more room. In my heart, that is. My stomach is occupied, full, sold out, no vacancy. Just like tonight's show. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for being here. This is a very special night. After all, I'm only doing this once. So I'm so glad you could be here tonight to share it with me. Yeah. Now, I know some of you are here to see if it's really true, making sure it's not a publicity stunt. Using the bump to get a Hollywood jump. I mean, just look at me. I'm blowing up. My career's expanding by the minute. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, I swallowed a pumpkin. I'm not a nibbler, I don't bite, I swallow whole. Impatience, indigestion, still learning, still growing. Yeah. I'm such a pumpkin ninny, yeah. I feel so seasonal tonight. Autumn, the season of change. I tell you, these days I'm changing so fast, I tell you, I can never be cast. My actor's life is quite a gas. Welcome to Hollywood. Yeah, or Hava-wood, as I call it, the Hollywood in my head. Yeah, you know, I should really be in bed in a dress like this, so foxy, whoa, yeah, but I couldn't possibly go to sleep now and miss all this excitement. Oh, hosting another bean? Oh, it's much too exasperating. It's like hosting a tea party that will last a lifetime, and I don't even know who's coming. Guess who? Yeah, what a surprise, yeah. Yeah, and it's such a good feeling when you know it's really yours. Yeah, you know, for the first time in my life, ladies and gentlemen, I'm carrying extra weight, and not because I'm a glutton for gluten. For the first time in my life, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to suck it in. I feel so natural. Yeah, natural, let it all hang out, fall out, roll out, spill out, bulge out, drop out. Like this is how I'm meant to be. Like this is how I've always been. In fact, I'm not even sure I look different. I mean, can you tell? Yeah, I mean, sure, I know I look like a bloated flamingo. And to think I'm not even from Florida. Well, neither the flamingos. Stick around for the jokes. You know, it's funny. No one asks if you want seconds when you already look like you had thirds. Stick around for the jokes. I know, I must remind you of the exploded tofurkey you forgot to take out of the oven last Thanksgiving, because after all, who really knows how to cook a rubber chicken? Stick around for the jokes. Yeah. Do you speak Peacockese? Yeah, no, it's okay. The language of my guest station. Gas station, gas station. Who could tell them apart these days? Yeah, but you know, but I shouldn't be embarrassed. You know, I've got nothing to hide. I couldn't hide it now if I tried. And why should I? I mean, after all, I'm married. We're supposed to make babies. Up until now, we've only made excuses. Yeah, but excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm flocked out and knocked up. I got a bun in the oven, a bat in the cave, I'm up the duff, I'm wearing the bustle wrong. I'm producing sweet rolls by the minute. How do you like them sweet rolls, Mr. Goldstone? Hold your hats and hallelujah, Mama's gonna show it to you, Mama. Mama, I'm gonna be a mama. Yeah. Why did I do with scrapbooks filled with me in the background? Give them love, and what does it get you? One quick look, and you're bad and zero. I had a dream, a wonderful dream. I know I can work it. Yeah, just as real as can be. Pop. Peacockese, Google it. Speaking of Google, I read the other day. Yeah, I read, yeah. And I read this article. It said, you could change your, you know when they annoyingly flash an article over and over before your eyes and so you finally click on it to make it go away? Great practice for kids. Well, the title caught my attention. It said you could change your entire life by just switching one word of your vocabulary. What could I say? I'm an American. I like big results for little effort. Take conception. Well, the magic word to unlocking your life success is if you replace the word have with get, your life will be radically improved. I mean, it certainly changed my life. I mean, just look at me. Oh, this could be you. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, this was you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we all got here the same way. We've all been in here before, if you know what I mean. Whoa. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, you know, this isn't such a niche audience after all, so universal. I feel so relatable. Yeah, I mean, who knew it'd take popping out to get me fitting in? So Hollywood, yeah? Wow, I feel so Alfred Hitchcockette. Well, since being pregnant, I don't have to do anything. I get to do everything. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Since being pregnant, I get to cut out carbs and sugars like I'm playing the game Operation. Since being pregnant, I get to only drink 200 milligrams of caffeine a day. That's 1 cup of coffee, and for a girl who likes refills, put me to sleep. Since being pregnant, I get to suffer through headaches without taking any pills, so Joan of Arc. My medicine cabinet's filed a complaint of neglect. Since being pregnant, I get to exercise daily like I'm in a People Mover marathon, stuck in the 80s, just like the ride. Since being pregnant, I get to eat vegetables like I'm a brontosaurus. I mean, just look at me, I'm sprouting Brussels out of my arms. Since being pregnant, I get to eat eggs like Easter was yesterday, make love like an antelope, give blood like a Red Cross ambassador, and have a nervous breakdown, midlife crisis, might as well have a baby. It's now or never time of my life. Thank you. Thank you, Google. You've made such a difference. My goodness, the results are incomprehensible. Oh, and I almost forgot, I get a pee every 3.5 minutes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My uterus might be the size of a watermelon, but my bladder's the size of a pea. Just one sip and I'm ready to drip. What a pip. You see, tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, won't be a triumph if I simply muster through the evening only remembering my lines and cues due to the stigmatic pregnancy brain, or baby brain as they call it, notorious for blank stares into the night, waiting for ships to come in. They're coming. Pee-pee, yes, hello, friend, pee-pee. Yes. Tonight's show will be a success if I make it through the evening without peeing in my pants. And this isn't just a pregnancy thing, though pregnancy does make a great excuse for everything. No. This is a coming of the ages, let the bladder sing kind of thing. I mean, if you think the algorithm of Facebook is verkackt, welcome to maturation. When the urgency becomes you, it becomes you. And for precautionary measures, if liquid does flow, I mean, I could sneeze. Just think Fountain de Trevi, throw pennies at me and make a wish. You'll be back in Rome in no time. Aroma, pasta fagioli, pasta al dente, pasta. Pasta. If only I could eat real pasta. These days my pasta's fake, just like the news. Well, you know, since having to watch my carbs, getting to watch my carbs, and what are carbs but sugars hiding in bunny suits? You know, they look all fluffy and innocent, but there's razors up every sleeve. And for a carbitarian, and for a Jewish carbitarian, oy vey, it's mir. I mean, it's almost sacrilegious taking away bread from a Jewish girl. My family spent the high holidays in a bagel shop. We got confused. We thought the bagels were considered holy. Well, bagels might be on a bit of a hiatus for me these days, but I do get to eat all the special pasta I want. You know, special pasta. The kind of pasta you see in your peripheral vision at Sprouts and scoff, and you think, how could it even be called pasta? Pasta sans wheat, sans smell, sans taste. Gentrified Play-Doh. And I tell you, on top of that, I'm spaghetti squashed out of my mind. Oh, and the legumes, they're working overtime. I mean, they ought to be given a raise. Pea pasta, lentil pasta, black bean, edamame, red lentil, green lentil, mung bean, yeah. I mean, it all tastes like cardboard, but, you know, it comes in cute shapes, so you go along for the ride. Looks so convincing, yeah. Yeah. Well, petite steps of progress. If I can make it through the show, maybe I can finally get a job. I mean, you know, hold a job, get a job, same difference. Well, they're going to be over there, yeah. They're going to go to Hollywood, yeah. Well, speaking of job, my brother asked the other day if I'll get maternity leave. Maternity leave? Maternity leave from what? I mean, a struggling artist in Hollywood, housewife by default, doesn't exactly earn your brownie points with the IRS. I mean, let alone qualify one for benefits. I mean, you know, one actually has to be employed to get a paid leave of absence. Though I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'd take an unpaid leave of absence for myself if I ever get a chance. Stick around for the jokes and the puppets. $20 as you will, yeah. And I tell you, I'm off to a great start embracing my maternal instinct. First trimester, denial. Second trimester, denial of denial. And now on the cusp of the third, hypnobirthing, here I come, right back where I started from. Hypnobirthing, you'll be great. Oh, hypnobirthing, I can't wait. Everyone needs a Judy Garland moment to show you. You see, I just can't wait to put myself in a trance. I mean, maybe I'm already in one and don't know it. I could be. I should be. I will be. Well, to be or not to be, that is the question. Oh, listen to me, maternalizing it all. Going on and on and on, all about me when it's supposed to be all about you. The you and me. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's supposed to be from here until maternity, it's supposed to be all about baby. Bringing up baby, 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 oh baby, 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 baby showers are for baby, baby shower gifts are for babies. I mean, booties are cute, but they'll barely fit my thumbs. It's a good thing I have small wrists, yeah. Baby, 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 baby. It's a song I wrote when I was 9. Dynamic lyrics. Me and my brothers, we could have been the next Jackson 5. What happened? Context. Well, what could I say? An egocentric artist with low self-esteem doesn't pass the mic easily. I'm putting up a good fight. And since we haven't officially met, how do I even know the baby's real? I just got kicked for saying that. Well, the one thing that wasn't a blur with this whole thing was the sex. It's a boy. I mean, we didn't ask, he showed. 12 weeks, and we knew, so big, so obvious, so soon. What can I say? Every time we take a sonogram, out comes the birdie. A bit of an exhibitionist. He gets that from his father. I mean, I asked my doctor, is it okay to be so big, so obvious, so soon? I mean, what could she say? My boy, he's well endowed. You see, I've carried cats and cantaloupes and doxies in the belly of my shirt, emulating this for years. You know, doxies like to burrow. I'm an actress, I go method sometimes, I go manic too, but we'll keep this butter organized. The only difference is this time, when I'm done playing, the thing on my shirt doesn't just roll out. So serious. Just play acting, yeah. The doxies were okay, the cantaloupe were, okay, the cat, yeah, okay. I remember when I first started menstruating, sitting in the passenger seat of my mother's Previa, gold like an Easter egg, legs on the dashboard, 2 blocks from home, screaming as I gushed, hurry, hurry, it's coming out! And then there was the Raging Waters incident, the mysterious red stream of consciousness. I tell my 13-year-old self now, you ain't seen nothing yet. Sometimes to ease the suspense, almost said burden, don't want to give him a guilt complex before he's even born. We'll wait to the afterbirth to bring out the guilt, wrap it up for Christmas, cultural inheritance. I just think of this as the new oversized accessory I paid too much for, but hey, they made me think I was getting a bargain because after all, I'll save $72 on sanitary napkins this year. $72 put away in the piggy bank. What a steal. Gotta make it last. This bargain lasts a lifetime. I already had an Audi. My father cut my umbilical cord. He got nervous. He left too much on. Now I have an Audi Deluxe. You don't need a key. You just blow on it. It opens. And so Harry, the belly, not the button. I diverge focus by wearing holy underwear. I'm waiting for my doctor to tell me I'm part ape. I tell you, you can take the girl out of the monkey, but you can't take the monkey out of the girl. Banana humor, you know, fetal entertainment. It's a whole new market audience out there of untapped potential just waiting for me. I tell you, these days, Teletubbies taking on a whole new meaning. So I know you're wondering, how this all happened? Yeah, before the stork, the egg, the fairy sprinkling pixie dust. How did this all happen? I'll tell you. My gynecologist. She told me she didn't want me to miss the boat. Funny, I never knew I was at a dock. The desert can be so deceiving. 39 and I decided to go to the gynecologist for the first time. Shocking, isn't it? Yeah. I just don't do doctors. I do drama, and doctors and drama don't mix. Yeah. I mean, doctors are great. They're incredible human beings. As long as they're not looking at me. Yeah. Well, you know, saying I'm a late bloomer is just a polite way of saying I'm scared. Yeah. I'm frightened, Auntie Em. I'm frightened, Auntie Em. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Oh, me, I'm not a witch at all. I'm Hava Shenkman, a comedian from Hollywood, California. Just because I didn't go to gynecologist till I'm 39 doesn't make me a witch. Oh, the munchkins are laughing because I am a witch. I'm Glinda, the good witch of the north. Is that the witch? That's my spirit cat, Kyoto. Witches are mean and ugly. The munchkins are laughing because I'm Glinda, the good witch of the north. I beg your pardon, but I never heard of a beautiful witch before. Who killed my sister? Was it you? The slippers. Give them back to me. I don't know how to use them. I'm frightened, Auntie Em. I'm frightened, Auntie Em. Their powers must be very powerful, or else you wouldn't want them so badly. I'm frightened, Auntie Em. Just click your heels 3 times and say there's no place like home, there's no place like... I'll get you, my pretty little dog, you. I'm melting. What a world, what a world, what a world. That's funny. We haven't even got to the part of the movie where I find a pail of water and actually melt her. Oh, but we don't have to. Climate change will get us all in the end. Climate change. Now there's a great contraception. It did work for me. I got spring in my name. The wind blew, I got pollinated. What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not one to follow protocol. How to be an American woman in the 21st century. I didn't read it. I don't follow trends. Recipes are useless. Directions are sentiments of wanting to be found. Sometimes I prefer just to be lost in the woods. Blindfolded walks through the forest. So romantic. So back to my gynecologist. I go Tuesday. It's a standing date. Makes me feel so popular. Sometimes I think I got pregnant just to be socially engaged. Well, as I said, we met. I was at the ripe age of 39. I still am. And she's amazing, incredible, you know, an amazing human being. And the fact that she could be, called any time of the day or night to go and deliver babies, a real superwoman, you know? And to deal with me, a saint. Well, before I knew her and knew how amazing she was, I had to imagine she was my cat reincarnated just to make the appointment. I mean, I know it takes more than a few days for a soul to reincarnate, and she already had her own soul, but hey, it got me through the office door. We met in April over a pap smear. It's the first relationship in my life that started with my pants down before hello. She suggested I take prenatals just in case. Just in case? Just in case what? A fly lands on Niagara Falls and decides to have a picnic? Just in case. She said if we're even considering to start trying, or at least stopping, I said, I'm waiting until I'm 45. She ignored me. I said, I haven't even decided yet. She promised they wouldn't make me pregnant, the vitamins, not the doctor. And 5 weeks later, we got a bat in the cave. My husband, Jared Wilson Whittam, of whom I'd like to thank for none of this tonight could have been made possible without the show, the baby, the love of my life. Well, he likes to remind me quite frequently these days how when we first met, which will be 10 years in February, what can I say? February. All my guys are delivered in February. Valentino must have something to do with it. Well, how I told him, or warned him gently, if you ever make me pregnant, I'll go crazy. For dramatic effect, flirting with fire, Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I used to think a way into a man's heart was through psychotic neurosis. It worked for me. Well, I'm a promise is a promise. I'm just, making it last. I got 3 more months. I'm saving it all up for the grand finale, the birthing room, That's when I'll go Betty Davis, Oscar-worthy mad. Until then, I'm just trying to act natural, hang out, chew gum, yeah. Until the Oompa Oompas come and roll me into delivery, yeah. Now, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, this pregnancy is brought to you by Salt and Butter, the last frontier of taste. And how can we forget garlic, the new chocolate? Yay! I tell you, these days, grocery shopping is no walk in the park. It's more like a mystery maze with booby traps planted in every box. They're called ingredients. I mean, I'm constantly reading what's safe to eat during pregnancy. Nothing's safe. Everything's controversial except for sex, and that's not something for the shopping cart. I mean, rice full of arsenic, canola oil plastic in between the BPAs, PBAs, RBSTs, and GMOs, I have to solve a word search just to find my mouth. I mean, I might as well just eat air, and I can't even eat that. It's too polluted. I tell you, these days, the greatest mystery is what's for dinner. I'm a woman who wears mystique like some women wear perfume. Ha. Strong and very noticeable. Ha. What's for dinner? Ha. Who's coming to dinner? Who knows? Ha. Who cares? Ha. What are you gonna do? Ha. I'm a Shirley Temple post-puberty. You see, anyone over 35 is considered high risk, and they start ringing the bells. It's now or never. Well, I mean, it was the last call, and besides, ovaries at 39 do start acting more and more like a slot machine. I mean, I knew my chances were extremely limited and most probably fixed, but my husband, he stuck his quarters in anyways, just in case. An egg, a cherry, a cotton swab came tumbling out. Ding, 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 we got the egg. Charmed, I'm sure. Nowadays, everything's plastic. I mean, even us, we're part plastic. Sometimes you gotta prove you're still human. I mean, after all, fertility is not just for chickens. That's when the queen of indecision takes 5. Yeah. Whoa. Sure. Yeah. I mean, if this whole thing was left to my decision-making skills, we'd still be sitting home playing Parcheesi over yet another bottle of wine saying, next year in Jerusalem. That's when divine intervention steps in and says, sit down, kid, you're making me nervous. And after a decade of guarding the gates, you set the Trojan horses free. Shoo, shoo, chow, chow. You gain a certain confidence. No one's interested in getting through. Well, it only takes one night of forgetting to lock the door, and one night. And welcome to the Geriatrics Pregnancy Club. Comes with a 9-month pass on the house. Thank you, Obamacare. Comes with perks and pokes. Pokes. I'm still petrified of getting my blood drawn. I mean, needles. Every time I get my blood drawn, they lay me back in a dentist chair, play cricket sounds, and if I'm good, I get apple juice. I mean, you've heard of the oots girl. Well, I'm the ouch girl. I cringe in anticipation of pain. I mean, no one needs to touch me. Just look at me and I'll cry. I mean, just talking about this is making me nervous. The ouch girl. Some claim to fame. The ouch girl, coming to theaters this May. The ouch girl. Speaking of theaters, I'm supposed to be a big movie star by now. My dream since I was a little girl, what happened? Well, it's a good thing I'm in a puppet theater. Maybe the marionettes can help, pull a few strings. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd now like to bring to the stage the Bob Baker Marionettes. Grazie. destiny backstage. Maestro, if you please. I've entered a new stage in life. It's called preservation. It's a stage when hopes of youth and beauty go out the window. Now it's all about save what's left. I mean, A Wrinkle in Time, classic. A wrinkle every time I look in the mirror, tragic. I mean, I'm at the age when trolls and gnomes aren't so mythological anymore. One greets me in the bathroom mirror every morning. Good morning, how are you? What's the matter? You didn't sleep? What's in the bags? You going shopping? But don't think it's easy looking like this. It takes work, patience, perseverance. I mean, you think the petrified forest got petrified overnight? I start my nightly routine in the kitchen, amongst the vitamins, the minerals, essential oils, the botanicals, cucumber wedges, potato peels, amino acids, apple cider vinegar, don't mean to brag. Basically anything I can find in the fridge that looks younger than me, I stick it on. If the face fits, wear it. When I'm done marinating my skin, basking in the refrigerator glow, I take the kitchen with me into the bathroom, where the serious work begins behind closed doors. Never underestimate a woman and her tweezers. Just the other day, I pulled an entire foxtail from my chin. You know, I'm in the bathroom so long, my husband thinks I get lost in the woods looking for the toilet. He knows I have no sense of direction. It's funny, he never comes looking. When I finally emerge, slick, sleek, and unable to move my face, I'm like a rotating exhibit from the Hollywood Wax Museum. Every night I take a new face to bed. Me and my husband, we love playing Guess Who? You, me, woo. Woo. Yeah, well, guess what? I turn 40 next month. I feel 60, but I'm only turning 40, so glamorous. Yeah. Welcome to the middle age. Whoa, the middle age. Toilet paper sticks to me. I look at April Cornell catalogs online and go to bed dreaming of curtains and tablecloths. It takes me half a day to go out and buy hydrogen peroxide and sponges, and I come back exhausted as if I actually did something. Coming of the ages. Those in the audience turning 30 are thinking, poor thing. Those turning 50 are thinking, just wait. Everyone else, just stay where you are. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm late or just on time. I mean, artists are supposed to be gifted with eternal youth, but even artists like to eat. I mean, I was waiting to have a kid until after I made it, you know? Made it. Making it. I mean, what's making it? Yeah. You know, I make my bed every morning. I grew up in the Inland Empire. Things got Victorian at times. Making it, you know. Instead of making a baby registry, I made the show. Wow, yeah. You know, life is what you make of it, you know. I mean, here's a mother in the making if I've ever seen one. Wow. Yeah, you know, I thought pregnancy would be the prim and pampered, glowing time of my womanhood, with every excuse to indulge in all the fudge and pickles and Ben and Jerry's my heart desired. It's not true. Sure, you might say I'm glowing. I'm not. I'm hoeing my way through existence. I'm shoveling dirt to stay above ground. I wake up exhausted from not sleeping. I can't sleep on my stomach. I can't sleep on my back. I shouldn't sleep on my right side. What's left? I mean, I pee 6, 7, 8 times a night and still wake up having to go. I mean, where does it come from? My teeth are doing the jitterbug. My tongue is confused, and my breasts are like a walk through a carnival funhouse, where everything's enlarged, distorted, and makes me go ouch at every turn. I mean, up until now, they were just hanging out. Pete and Bob and Pete. I always get them confused. I mean, they were on the verge of becoming old hags. Now they're actually getting ready to do something. I mean, 39 years of just hanging out, and now they're dusting off the factory on switch to see if anything will come out. I mean, who knows if anything was in there to begin with? I mean, I wonder if the factory warranty's still good. Hello. That's right, boys and girls. They're getting pumped up to get sucked on, spit on, and chewed on every breast stream. Womanhood, I tell you, it's becoming me. Woo! Mamma mia, yeah? You know, in the bliss of my past ignorance, I imagined motherhood to look more like Sophia Loren's in a Fellini film. Everything in black and white, and a voluptuous bombshell of a woman with, you know, Grecian goddess with multiple bambinos pulling on her skirt to feed them as spaghetti boils out of the pot. Beschine bene, bambinos, wow, de caravaschi dorva grazie boge, bene mamma cigora. Bambinos, vate che bene, ravioli, canole, pasta fagioli, vado che schiere. Mani, vado che mami, voce che vado che mami, bosche, paschi, be, e bene boscari. Bosito goscarare, gatti goscarare, pirisco terascara, parare. Zico rascara, boschi rascara, bravo, bellissimo, ma che principazza, Ja, voglio gravare, gravare. Papa, voglio gravare. Di gravare, gravare. Bene, bellissimo. Gravare, ciao. Oh, schiavaschi.
Dante, come here.
Grazie, voglio gravare, schiavare. I tell you, if motherhood's anything like pregnancy, it's gonna look a lot more like Seal Beach. Lots of rolling and barking, and every once in a while I get thrown a ball. Oh, but it's great, it's fantastic, Contributing to humanity, joining the human race, doing my due diligence, adding another population to the overpopulated planet. It's fantastic. Makes me feel so normal. And to think others come back for second, thirds, fifths, fourths, more. This is a one-time serving for me. I almost boycotted the restaurant altogether and did a voluntary fast. That's all, folks. Yeah. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still a little flocked out. A little. By this time in the show, you're thinking she's flocked out of her mind. Ciao. For those that don't do fabric, flocking is like frosting sans calories. Ever since my waist moved up to my neck and then back down and out again, I'm on a strict eye candy diet. I'm an all-you-can-look-at buffet. Look at me. Divine decadence, darlings. Makes me feel so Le Croc. Le Croc, zero everything, just essence. And I tell you, these days, between the two waists and the circus tent out front, essence is the only thing I got left to swallow without guilt chasing it down. I'm certain I've entered an altered state of reality. Now with pink marshmallows for brains. Very esoteric, who doesn't like plush pink? Makes me feel so Angeline. If only I could bathe in a fountain of rosé. Oh, I feel so Cosmo tonight. Cosmopolitan pink. Just had vodka and I'm ready to drink. Just because I can't drink doesn't mean I can't think about drinking day and night, night and day. 3 more months, but who's counting? Is it just the geriatrics that make it all about the bottle? After nursing drinks all these years, I can't say the switch will be easy. At least me and the baby will have the bottle in common. Oh, you must think I'm a lush going on about martinis with and without cherries. Here I am supposed to be watching my figure and the baby, and I'm watching it. I'm watching my figure disappear. I know it's inside me somewhere. Come out, wherever you are. For everything else, there's Tootsie Roll. And I can't even have that. It's too much sugar. These days it's, goodbye, Tootsie, don't cry. Goodbye, Tootsie, bye-bye. Actually, I have fantasies of robbing a candy store. I tell you, I'm feeling more and more like Judy Garland every day. I wish I could sleep again. No more fun, no more gaga. I am drunk. Lyrics, yeah. Who needs them, right? But blame it on the bump. The bump brings out my inner desire to smoke, drink, and be bad. Even if I didn't do any of that before I was pregnant, I'd sure like to start now. Too late. I had one too many menopause sympathizers come up to me after shows and say they understand. They understand. Understand what? I still got a few good years left of me to fight the tax on tampons. Menopause. Okay, that's when I said I got to see for myself if these eggs expired. Eggs expired. I gotta go to the bathroom, yeah? Yeah. Speaking of old eggs, Florida. Well, I finally have something to talk about with my in-laws when we talk. We don't talk, but if we talk, babies are us. Luckily, they live in Florida. We only have to see them every other year or so. We went in March to Florida, the sunshine state. Even in March, I got too much sun. I started looking like a box of Cheerios. I mean, no matter how hard I try to fit in and act local there, I start drawing more attention than the alligators. I mean, everywhere I go there, I hear them whisper, "Here comes California." I went to a diner and asked for an avocado. Too bohemian for a red state. Immediately, I was put on the endangered species watch list. What can I say? Florida doesn't do fancy fruit with health benefits. They leave that to California. Well, I wasn't there for the fruit. I was there for the in-laws, and leave it to in-laws to make you feel so outlawed. I mean, my relationship with them is cordial, you know, invited, but pay your own way. I mean, they're great. I love them, you know. They just don't talk to me. We communicate through nods and blinks and, you know, every once in a while, peacockanese, yeah? The best way to describe my relationship with them is sugar-free candied almonds. Leave it to the artificial sweeteners to suck the nutrients right from the nut. So Floridians don't get me, but the mosquitoes, they couldn't get enough. One bite and they wanted the whole dish. I said, "Stop it, I'm married. I have to save something for later." And you thought all this flocking was for aesthetics, huh? It doubles. Flea collar, mosquito net, it confuses them. They don't know where to bite. At least when I get bit in Highland Park, I know my DNA is colluding with Mark Maron and Maria Bamford. I feel so Highland Park tonight. I feel so bohemian. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so bohemian. I'm so bohemian, I eat kimchi like no one will even notice. My husband started calling me the probiotic woman. Just one whiff and all the free radicals disappear. Ciao. Ciao, bambino, ciao. I live by the 101, it helps. I call my scent cabbage rose, yeah. Aphrodisiac, yeah. Whoa. Stinks so bad, it's good. Yeah. Wow. I just got a whiff of myself. Excuse me. I'm exfoliating polyester. Well, now that I'm no longer a carbitarian, I eat socks. When I run out of material, I go to Ross and try on bras. 38D, obsolete, who knew? And now a double D, maybe E. I mean, if only my bank account would go up like my bra size these days. These days, it's best if I just wear my bras a la mode. My home has become a maternity refuge nudist colony for battered breasts that don't fit bras. Brazil, Brazil, return to me, Brazil.
One day they say, you've got to conserve. Next day they say they've got a lot in reserve. Well, what's the story? What's the truth? First they say, without any doubt, use any more and you're sure to run out. What's the story? What's the truth? Then they say, it's all right. Start your engines and turn on the light. What's the story? What's the truth? Give me the facts, tell me where's the proof. What's the story? What's the truth about energy? Now we're all caught betwixt and between the bicycle and the limousine. It's worse than the perils that plagued Pauline. We don't want to be outpaced. We want to produce, but we don't want to waste. What's the story? What's the truth about energy? About energy. Tell us where the best advice is. Is there going to be a crisis? Should we make some sacrifices? Cut the American pie in slices, lower the boom and raise the prices on energy.
In case you couldn't tell before. Climb every mountain, follow every rainbow till I can't go on with the sea. I'm too happy. Do you mind if I say a few words, Mr. DeMille? I can't tell you how wonderful it is to be back at the Bob Baker Marionettes Theater again, having a baby again. This is my life. It always will be. There's nothing else. After flocked out, we'll do flocked in. And I told you so. And what happens next? And here's looking at you, kid. Yes. Oh, yes, we'll do more and more. And this is my life. It always will be. There's nothing else. Just us and the puppets. And all those wonderful people out there in the dark. And now, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
It happens once in a lifetime, only once in a lifetime. It never happens again. You get your chance of a lifetime, only once in a lifetime. And to pass it up or miss it would be downright illicit. Just imagine the opportunity, the dream come true. To be able to say, Mister, this is really new. This happens once in a lifetime, only once in a lifetime. That's all the fates will allow. And that one once in a lifetime is none. It happens once in a lifetime, only once in a lifetime. It never happens again. You get your chance of a lifetime, only once in a lifetime. And to pass it up or miss it would be downright illicit. Just imagine the opportunity, the dream come true. To be able to say, Mister, this is really new. This happens once in a lifetime, only once in a lifetime. That's all the fates will allow. And that one once in a lifetime is
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have shared this evening with you. Thank you so much for coming.